Vijay Shekhar Sharma, founder and CEO Paytm. Bhavesh Gupta, president and COO Paytm. Ripunjay Gaur, chief business officer offline payments Paytm. Bipin Kaul, chief business officer EDC retail business Paytm. We also have with us Anurag Gupta, vice president and head acquiring and network business American Express. Vikas Verma, COO South Asia Mastercard. Rishi Chabra, VP Head of Merchant Sales and Acquiring, Visa. To give you more details, let's hear it from Mr. Vijay Shekhar Sharma.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us. And I welcome our colleagues from Master, Visa, MX, Anurag, Rishi, and dear Vikas, every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. And the best thing that I want to tell you today that we are so excited about is that we probably have worked more often on choosing merchant products than consumer products as number of times. And today we have a milestone device. So we believe that it'll take India's merchant payments to next level. That is why we have our colleagues from card networks also. And with me, obviously, is Bhavesh. So initially, Bhavesh, we'll have a little bit of conversation on what we're going to launch about. And then we're going to take this to next level, that how you look at it. So most of you know about our Soundbox product, and you would have seen that we have taken the Soundbox product to the next level by getting different features out there. Now, the interesting thing is that we wanted to get as many more number of things on Soundbox enabled. And last time when we have launched Bhavesh, we enabled music and we enabled the Pocket Soundbox. So how do you think has it been with music and Pocket Soundbox?
So the one of the perspectives with which we've been operating in the market here is that there is market for every kind of use case. So Pocket Soundbox, if we talk about that, it has actually come out to be much more acceptable as a product in the market than than what we've been seeing originally when we launched the product. So we, in fact, are now upping the manufacturing of the product. As you know, that we make all this product in India. So we're investing a lot of time and effort in making sure that we are able to make more such and more quantity of Pocket Soundbox. Music Soundbox, on the other hand, is again been a bit of a surprise. We did not imagine that the base product of Soundbox will become Music Soundbox. So now there is a lot more demand for that product. People think that this is good. One of the interesting videos that we saw, that somebody recording their own selling pitch on their phone and playing through the music software. Now that use case we did not find, and it was very interesting. So so we've been very excited that the market has received both the products very positively.
And I have a question, Bhavesh. Typically, people associate card device on which they will need to take some payment and they have to pay monthly subscription or MDR and so on. How have you been able to pick up your Soundboxes, our Paytm Soundboxes that merchants are ready to pay? Because I still remember way back in 2019 when we launched Soundbox, our internal team was actually not very convinced that merchants will like to pay for those devices.
Yeah.
So what do you think has been the reason the merchant has been paying that?
I think the sheer value of the product, they figured out that today for them to enable, let's say, bank notification, they end up paying a lot of money to their banks. With Soundbox coming in, they don't need to enable bank notification. The other piece very clearly it is that the sheer value of reconciliation that they carry, that value of reconciliation, the benefit that they can draw of reconciliation is much superior for them, right? So, and what do we charge eventually? We end up charging $100. And in many cases where the merchants are doing 300, 400 transactions, they get benefit of a full waiver or a partial waiver. So I don't think that 100 rupees for a merchant in India for the value the product provides is a lot of money. So we genuinely are able to get $100 from every merchant very easily. That is not a part of the discussion. Actually, the part of the discussion is what can the box do more for us, and hence what are the value that we can provide to the merchant for the 100 rupees.
With this, I'd like to invite our friend Vikas, Anurag, and Rishi, can you switch on the camera so that I can invite you to the mainstream? Um, Vikas, I have a question from you to you first. That I'm sure with us, Bipin and Ripunjay, who actually lead the field market, do you believe that merchants attribute enough value to pay for a device on the counter? And EDC devices, card acceptance devices, traditionally been out there for, let's say, a merchant who sort of get the top end of customers. But do you think that card acceptance and the need of card acceptance devices has reached now next level, or is it still a top tier customers requirement only?
Thanks, Vijay. No, I think the time is very apt for this, such a unique intervention that you have, picking up on merchant real estate. There's a huge consumer funnel on the digital side as that's growing, and that will continue to propel the growth in India. And I think with a combination of probably all credit cards being enabled for tap and pay, a very large portion of debit being enabled, with devices getting tokenized soon, I think this is perfect time. And more importantly, I think you're solving a real issue for the long tail merchant who's now come into his own, which was really not the domain of traditional players in the space, whether networks or banks or merchant acquirers. We tended to concentrate on the top end, the creamy layer. But clearly, I think that's where these people, because they see value, will be able to, pay for it.
I think there's no doubt about it that the technology of card acceptance is a little complex, I would say, because it requires EMV certification, global trust and safety, and many other features out there. So, dear Anurag, I like to bring you to this now. With American Express being available in India, and the number of card acceptance that is possible for American Express always remains a focus area. Tell me, how have you looked at the expansion of card in networks in India, card acceptance in India, and how have you seen different requirements for small merchant or smaller merchant also to look at it? What has been your experience on the card acquiring network out there in India?
Thanks, VSS. It's a very interesting question because the payments ecosystem continues to evolve. It's just unbelievable over the last few years how many changes have happened. And to what Vikas was saying earlier, what used to be the domain of the large merchants now pretty much is across board in the country and is now moving to tier 3, 4 cities as well, and in the long tail merchants. So we in American Express, of course, while we were always there with the premium merchants, partnering with Paytm and a few others, what we have done is we have now grown our acceptance exponentially. Now this acceptance, which is growing, is in the mid and the low tier merchants, as I said, and now newer form factors, newer techniques, newer innovation is only integrating all of these into the mainstream. It's very heartening to see the ad I was seeing before this whole presentation started, with Modi ji looking at a small vegetable vendor, and she's showing him how this entire thing works. It's brilliant, isn't it? Someone who could not even figure out how a transaction could be done is now able to do it. So the reach, I think, is really expanding the acquiring landscape in the country, and in the times to come, I'm sure pretty much every point which has any commerce possible would need to have a payment mechanism in place.
Very cool, Anurag. I think you said it correctly. A small shop able to accept digital payment, mobile payment is truly the milestone that Paytm we believe, and I'm very happy that lady was able to explain to our Honorable Prime Minister that what this device does. She was actually uncannily telling that what benefit it brings. So Rishi, I would reach to you now, and I'm going to ask you that, look, Visa is ubiquitous out there in India. There is no doubt about it. And anyways, you reach anywhere, you need Visa first.
That's been a tagline, VSS, yes. Yeah.
Anywhere you go, you need to have a Visa.
Yep.
Well, so with that kind of intent out there, how do you see what has happened in India? My question is, what has happened in India? How do you as a global card network see, a global payment network see, that what is happening in India and what the momentum is there out there.
Great question. First of all, VSS, you, Bhavesh, and the team at Paytm, big congratulations on this amazing launch and device. I think this is going to propel payments and consumer choice to the next level. Going back to your point or question, right? A lot of modifications, enhancements have happened in the payment ecosystem for so many years across the globe. Fortunately, unfortunately, one size doesn't fit all. And we all have learned that the good way, the hard way, the not so good way as well, right? So a consumer in tier 1 city has some other choices. A consumer in tier 4 city has a different choice, right? So we as a global company working on payments, leading payments innovation for so many years, have understood that you got to be very, very locally relevant. It's about global scale, but you have to be very, very locally relevant. And that's why innovation like this, partnering with a Paytm on a launch, something like this is critical. It gets payments, ubiquity, choice, convenience across the true Bharat, the true India. And any sort that can remove friction from a consumer use flow or experience from merchant perspective, consumer perspective, I think is the innovation we also be striving to do. And this is along those lines, right? It helps merchant to the ad we just showed with the lady in some part of India telling the Prime Minister how she can accept payments so that she couldn't do many, many years ago. Potentially tomorrow have a consumer in a tier 3 city tapping a card on a device like this, where that person may not had a card instrument some years back, as credit gets expanded in this country as well. So I think both sides of the ecosystem, the consumer and the merchant, and the overarching experience between the two gets closer and better with innovations like this. So I think, again, globally, to be present from a reliability perspective, safety, security, I think that is 101. We got to do that day in and day out. But being locally relevant to the innovation we just spoke about, I think is the path forward.
Very good, very good. Really appreciate it. In fact, now I'll go to my teammates, fellow teammates. Ripunjay, I have a question for you that it was a monomouth task, or I would say it was like a antithesis of that you will be able to pick up a merchant and ask them for payment for a device on the counter. How do you see that came about? And what was the key factor for it? Because I think there is one revolution to bring QR code in the country and acquiring on QR code, another revolution to make merchant understand the advantage of a device to a value proposition that he can pay. How was that possible?
Yeah. So thank you, Vijay. So you understand that as our friends also talked that how the digital transactions, both mobile payment and card payment, have been growing in last few years, and Paytm being the custodian of merchant experience and bringing most innovative products in India, is always a pioneer in that. So when we were doing the Soundbox, which was more toward a mobile payment, we eventually realized that a merchant wants one device. Merchant does not want multiple devices lying on the counter and to take the payments, and then there were reconciliation from multiple devices. He has to charge multiple devices, take care of them, and he has to even sometimes pay the rental for these devices. So these small merchants and the merchants and the tap cards coming more and more in the market, the need for a device which is a consolidated device actually rose up. And as Paytm, we were able to first to find it, and with lot of efforts, lot of innovations, we were able to design a device which I'm sure you are maybe revealing today, where there can be a simple solution and an easily scalable solution where both mobile payments and all types of card payment can be taken from a one device. And it is really a great innovation from our team because it is not just it is a card device or it is a mobile payment device. It's a combination of both. The security is like a basic hygiene for all Paytm devices. So that's what the need of very innovation was, that it has to be one device which can recur to all kinds of payment transactions.
Well, no doubt about it that this has been the case. So Bipin, I'm going to ask you now. You've been looking at card payments for us as a company. Why do you think card payment are relevant and important for merchant, and what makes merchants whole offering for their consumer complete when it includes card payments?
Thanks, Sujit. So I think if you see the card ecosystem today, it brings in a lot of purchasing power for the consumers. And that is what merchant looks at it, that how can their consumer, people who walk into their shops are able to purchase more. And that is what card issuing companies do the best. And the way they have been actually expanding, today we have around 80 million, 90 million so cards issued in the market, and it's growing every year. What we saw in the market, while because Ripunjay and we work very closely at a very micro level on the merchants, we realized that merchants want to have this card machine, but they can't afford it. They don't want to say no to even a single customer who walks in with a card. They don't want to say no. For them, it's a very big negative thing in the day. If anybody walks in and he's not able to fulfill his purchase.
So your point is that card still makes a lot of relevancy. When you said 90 million, I'm sure there is a credit card customer.
Credit card customer.
While there are like even hundreds or more million debit card.
Debit card though is a different altogether ball game. I'm just talking about credit card, which actually merchant sees as that he's bringing incremental purchasing power at his shop. So this is what we realized, that at ground, this merchant wants both. While he will have only one or two customers walking on a footfall daily basis on a card, but he doesn't want to say no. But he can't afford two devices. Now today he will have one device which will have mass functionality of a Soundbox and uniqueness, which generally we offer to a very premium and enterprise kind of merchant. We are actually truly democratizing the way we have democratized payments from Soundbox. Today, same will happen to the card payment acceptance at a very micro level. This will be true democratization of credit card acceptance framework in the system.
So I'll go back to Bhavesh once again, and I have a question for you. That do you fundamentally believe that card are here to stay and card will be required? And when I say card, it necessarily does not necessarily mean a form factor of card, but let's say a lot of people sort of say that it is not necessarily that cards are needed. Do you believe that?
So I have a split view on this product. There is a flaunt value for plastic. India is still, I would use the word, in a cycle of cards. There is a large population who would love to have a credit instrument in their pocket and be able to flaunt it. So to that extent, a lot of people, we all carry a metal card. Tomorrow there could be a glass card, etc., etc. So there is going to be a flaunt value, and for that flaunt value, the product will exist for at least for some time to come in. But what I clearly see is that the cards are, or the concept of credit on a payment trail is going to transform itself on a phone. Right? We've seen that on our own postpaid that is powered by our NBFC partners, that there is a very large adoption of people who want today mobile credit. Now, credit card as a form factor may become a bit more, I would say, a fading subject, but mobile phone becoming a vehicle of carrying digital credit will become a lot more prevalent. And with phones becoming NFC enabled, would you want people to really tap their phone or use their phone at different points in time? I think that is the jury's still out. People tap more or scan more, but I think that's still.
So your point is that it may not be plastic, it may be in the phone, and you still will like.
So store of value will go away from plastic, and the store of value of credit will come to the phone. Right?
Okay.
And hence, but there will be, as I said, there will be a cohort of users who will still want to flaunt a plastic or a metal, whatever the form factor could be is. So it's not going to be a 0-1 game. It'll be still some time where plastic will be around in this country. But majority will move to phone.
Majority will move to phone. So quickly to Anurag, Rishi, and Vikas, your point of view on this very fact that Bhavesh has just now said, that it may not very well be plastic, but it may be the phone, but the tap and the requirement of customer to use the card will remain. Your point of view on the emergence of the mobile payment that has happened in India and how the rest of the world behaves when payment network matures, or sort of like, let's say, the new age or newer payment options come about. There is one method of, there used to be swipe, which got insert, and there came the tap, and then came the scan. So if you were to look at what these steps are, what do you think will be the way forward among these, and if there is anything new that you fundamentally believe? So we can start from Anurag, the A and then Rishi the R, and V for Vikas, ABC. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, VSS. Look, I'll tell you the form factor might change. Okay, as you pointed out the journey, the form factor of a credit card, so to say, might change, but what will not change is the functionality that is behind it. Whether that's the whole reward points, the entire thing of earning rewards, whether it's, and look, within rewards also the whole thing changed, right? What used to be like the traditional reward became cashback, which Paytm is very famous for, or others, whether it's travel, whether it's points, the entire premise of a credit card, helping it build credit for an individual, which will help kind of that individual in getting more better credit, and therefore get more into the ecosystem, digital tools, account management using the credit card functionality. So all of those would be the form factor of a physical plastic has evolved and will continue to evolve, but the premise of or the basic need for a credit card, I think, would be there always.
Okay, very interesting. Rishi, your point of view on
I'll pick up.
these three things, how things move from swipe, insert, QR scan, tap, and where is it headed next, and why among all these will win which one?
Yeah, and I think great question, VSS. I'll pick up what Bhavesh was saying, Anurag was saying, right? It relies on consumer and customer experience and preference. Over times, all of our preferences have changed, and we've become smarter on how we want to use the products we have in our wallet, in our phones, right? Go back the day, there was nothing called Apple Pay, there was nothing called Samsung Pay, there was nothing called Android Pay. Over the years, other countries adopted it because that's become the new means of transacting. In India, people got late on the credit card journey, the debit card journey was already there, the form factor was there. Till date, there's a pride of ownership of owning the card. There is a pride of ownership of having a card in the wallet. Whatever that card is, it's a metal card, in the future, a glass card, whatever that card looks like, there is a pride of ownership on that card today. Now that card has also got into our phones. So wherever possible, we can tap the phone. People feel good about it because it's a customer experience. There is a belief, rightly so, that it minimizes the time of transaction. I always carry a phone any which ways. I don't need to carry a card, and so on and so forth, right? So whether it's a digital card, a physical card, NFC enabled phone, and so on and so forth, the journey will keep evolving. Just the way in our online transactions, we've got to a tokenized world, which people didn't even know up until 2 years ago, and people are getting okay changing their card pans to tokens. I think this world is constantly evolving, but the good thing is security, reliability, safety, stability has always been top of mind for everybody as this journey evolves, right? So it's an evolution. I think card instruments are here to stay, at least for a good period of time, either because of pride of ownership. Is it because the first time I'm going to get a card, I want to hold on to it for X number of years? Or it could be for that one lounge visit or somewhere where I like to flash my card, whatever the case may be, right? So I think, but your question, which was where this is headed, is as an important question, because I like what Bhavesh said, and it could be a glass card, it could be some form of a metal card tomorrow. I think that those evolutions will happen. It could be an all-in-one card, which has rewards from cash earning and burning from 20 places all at once in one card. That may happen as well. But I would love to see more innovation keep happening at the point of sale with the payment device, with your mobile phones. And the more we can move to NFC, the more we can move to tap and go. I think it genuinely reduces friction from the transaction. And we all want that.
All right. Thank you, Rishi. So, dear Vikas, for everything else, there is MasterCard. So we have a question which is everything else. Considering that there is swipe, tap, pin, and now there is QR scan, and obviously any card works on any of these methods of acquiring. Tell me, what is there is anything else left over? What is there the payment innovations are that are yet to come? Things that you can expect that soon we expect in payment ecosystem, and which one is taking over in India and elsewhere?
Thanks, Vijay. I think all of what Anurag and Rishi said is true. But at this time, I'd want to take a provider's perspective. We are providers. And I think we are dealing with probably the most heterogeneous market in the world. Heterogeneity, thy name is India, if I can, say that. And we've all seen that. Maybe 7-8 years earlier, I would have said India is a wave 3 market, and we will get to what other countries are getting to at this point in time. But I think today we are going to be leading that. So quite honestly, for me to venture to say what now, which will be a X0 moment even beyond what India is doing, is a tough call. But I'd say that as a provider, it's for us to embrace homogeneity. There'll be multiple use cases, multiple consumer choices, and we will have to embed ourselves in the consumer's journey, irrespective of how they want to pay. So I probably look at that view.
Okay, homogeneity is the way forward. So today, Bhavesh, with this point of view that Vikas has also suggested, and every one of our partners is suggesting, and our friends are suggesting that it is homogeneous, what is that we are going to launch?
I think there is India needed for card business to grow. India needed acquiring.
Yeah.
I've been in this business for 25 years. Sad part of this business has been that credit card issuance has been robust, but acquiring has not been.
Okay.
Even after maybe 30 years of card business in the country, we've seen about maybe give or take 40 lakh shops offline world who accept cards, and QR codes are at 5 crore shops.
Okay.
Right. And Soundbox, as you know, is now in 85 lakh shops and growing very, very rapidly. So this is a problem statement for Paytm, and you've been the pioneer, Vijay, of solving various problems. And we know that we've been discussing about this problem for the last 1 year, and we've been very committed that we would not go to a foreign land to bring a product, but we will use our own capability and ingenuity to build a product for India and made in India. So I think we are all very, very delighted and proud of launching arguably the world's first product, which is all-in-one. And in the all-in-one product, it is the Soundbox, which also accepts card. And this is a huge revolution in the market. And we are very, very happy and proud that we could build this product in India with our innovation, with our technology, with our help of our partners, Visa, MasterCard, RuPay, and Amex, and bring a product to the country, which is an advanced version of a Soundbox, which also allows a merchant to do everything the Soundbox does, but also accept credit card payments from Visa, MasterCard, RuPay, and American Express, and be able to now genuinely take credit card acceptance and mobile phone NFC acceptance to the nook and cranny of this country. And that's a very, very proud moment for all of us. So here's to the team, here's to our partners who helped us to make it happen. And Vijay, all yours to unveil the product.
I cannot say it with more pride and I would say happiness that we finally have the product that we've been waiting for. Here it is, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you this is the product that we have, which is a typical of a Soundbox that you've always seen.
Received Paytm payment of 1 rupee.
A lot of people in this call will make a payment for us, so I really admire all of you who are making this payment now. Thank you so much for making this payment, but I would then offload this QR so that we can showcase this, and I'm going to keep this like this, okay? So this is purely because a lot of people are going to make a payment and this is a live device. So this device, which has a QR code, which also has card tap machine device, is our device. And this device...
Received Paytm payment of 1 rupee. Received Paytm payment of 1 rupee. Received Paytm payment of 1 rupee. Received Paytm payment of 1 rupee.
So it has
Paytm payment of 2 rupees.
Oh, very generous.
5 paise.
So you can
Received Paytm payment of 2 rupees.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for making a payment. So here I want to tell you this device has 2 key features. And one is that you standardly scan a QR code and then you make a payment, which is very clearly shown up there. And then you have a card tap payment. Can you show me a card? So this is a card that you can tap on this card device. And then this shows up an amount here, what you have to make a payment of. For a lot of you who are thinking why this is not making any more sound, because I've switched off the device. We have to give you a demo. We will give you a demo. But I wanted you to know that this device, where typically you used to have a QR scanner, we've added this but we even have a better version of this, which is coming up. So here I'm going to play this product video that you should see, and then we talk about the product capabilities soon.
Launching for the first time in India, the all-new, the revolutionary Paytm Card Soundbox with card payments. This powerful all-in-one device lets you accept all QR payments and now credit card payments also. Businesses will now need only one device to accept all QR payments and now card payments. Paytm Card Soundbox accepts payments from all credit cards. Businesses can now save cost by just having one device for collecting all payments at their shops without paying rent for a separate card machine ever again. Paytm Card Soundbox is very simple for all merchants to use. Just enter the amount to be collected from the customer using the keypad at the back of the Soundbox and press the Card Pay button to activate the NFC. All that remains for your customer is to tap and pay.
Paytm पर 50 रुपए प्राप्त हुए.
High-speed 4G connectivity ensures you get instant notifications to keep you protected against payment fraud at all times. Powered by a 2600 mAh battery, the Paytm Card Soundbox can last for over 5 days on a single charge. Manage your device efficiently with live updates on battery and network status directly synced to your Paytm for Business app. Created with splash and heat-resistant materials and slip-proof rubber pads, the Soundbox is designed to last in all temperatures and rugged conditions. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade now to the Paytm Card Soundbox, India's first soundbox with card payment.
Paytm करो.
How do you guys like it? Rishi, Vikas, Anurag, what is this?
Received Paytm payment of
Okay, so
1 rupees.
So as soon as we switch on a device,
Payment of
our
1 rupees 11 paise.
So-
Received Paytm payment of
can we show another device?
Really, your cash register is already ringing.
received Paytm payment of 1 rupees. Received
हमारी सारी इवेंट के खर्चे को लोग डोनेट कर देते हैं।
So we can show the demo.
तो दूसरा वाला डिवाइस पे आप दिखा सकते हैं।
दूसरे पेज पर configure
दूसरे केस पे कॉन्फ़िगर तो हम आपको दूसरी डिवाइस से डेमो दे रहे हैं क्योंकि ये डिवाइस तो सबने मैंने
Received Paytm payment of
जस्ट बिकॉज मैंने ये डिवाइस दिखाई है लोग इसको पेमेंट कर देंगे इसको क्यूआर नहीं दिखाएंगे
Paytm payment of 1
Actually, QR हटा दो ना. We can remove that QR.
QR हटा.
paise.
Okay, so we are trying to arrange a device that is not going to be hijacked by our customers. So ये वाली डिवाइस है मैं इस डिवाइस को थोड़ा दिखा देता हूँ आप इसमें मेरे को ऐप दिखाएंगे ऐप से पेमेंट करके ऐप
So this is the payment app which a merchant carries, which is Paytm for Business. Very simple to and easy to operate. You will see if I have two devices are connected, and I have to just click this button that whatever the amount I want to enter, suppose 11 rupees I want to enter, and I just press the collect button.
So now my QR code, my Paytm Soundbox, which I'm not showing the QR code, if you notice on the side, I'm going to take this card and then I'm going to make this payment here. So this is the second cardboard. This is the card that you're switching on. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Is it? So can you just put the amount here?
I'm just putting it up. I'm connecting to the Bluetooth because we have switched off.
Switch off the device. So it is actually blue right now.
Yeah.
Can we correct the device on your phone? So how this device works is that we are going to link a device. We link this device on a Bluetooth to your phone.
Received Paytm payment of 1 rupees and 69 paise. पैसे
अभी भी किसी ने स्क्वायर कर लिया है. That makes it even more interesting. So we'll get it connected.
Yeah.
This device. We'll connect this device. देखिए पीछे इसके एक Bluetooth बटन है जिससे ये Bluetooth इस टाइम पे scannable बन रहा है. So we are going to connect this to Ripunjay's phone, and then once the device is connected on the phone can become the switch. So there are two devices. If you notice in a video, we showed you a device with the buttons at the back, which is what we are going to launch as the next device of it. And this is a device which is integrated with an app on a phone. So merchants have Paytm for Business app, and they are able to use this device to receive this payment. What we are going to show is that a customer will come on the shop, and then merchant, I'm just trying to hide this QR so that the payment can be made on this or not. Now we will receive a request of payment. Are you making payment on that?
Yeah, I'm just connected to the.
Can you just show me which device are you connecting to?
One or to both. I'm correct.
So can you just connect to this device?
Let me on the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So the Bluetooth getting connected. This is once.
Can you show me?
Now it's on. Now you can tap.
received Paytm payment
Tap.
of 1
11 rupees is displayed.
rupees
Now you can tap.
ओके तो मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि इस पे 11 रुपए लिखे आए हैं. क्यूआर को अवॉइड कर रहा हूँ. तो इस क्यूआर को अब हम इस कार्ड से पेमेंट करेंगे.
And you can see as soon as the card is tapped,
received Paytm payment of 1
there are a lot of
rupee
payments, and this is success.
69 paise.
Yeah. Then we can have
Multiple
another
payments
card.
एक रिक्वेस्ट पेमेंट की हमारे पास भेजा.
Then we can, and if you want to make another payment,
प्लीज.
this is master. Yeah. I have 21 rupees is now.
21 रुपीस का पेमेंट का रिक्वेस्ट है और मैं यहाँ पे कार्ड को पे कर रहा हूँ.
The transaction is now processing, and
21 rupees.
It's successful.
एक्चुअली पेमेंट फेल आ रहा है उसमें.
Payment failed.
Payment of 1
ये
rupee
कोई ना कोई मोबाइल से पेमेंट कर रहा है.
69 paise.
इसमें fund नहीं है. I think there is a fund.
कार्ड का issue.
Fund issue. Do you have a card?
डेबिट कार्ड पे लगाते हैं, इस पे लगाते हैं, क्रेडिट कार्ड पे. आप करेंगे
क्रेडिट कार्ड पे कर लीजिए.
क्रेडिट कार्ड पे दोबारा.
मेरे पास credit card है.
नहीं, आप क्रेडिट कार्ड पे अमाउंट डालो.
Yes.
कार्ड मत दो. मेरे को कार्ड नहीं चाहिए, मेरे को वहाँ पे वो ट्रांजेक्शन
उसमें
इस वाले डिवाइस पे चलाना है.
नहीं उस कार्ड से उससे चला दिए भावेश के कार्ड से.
ये वाले कार्ड पे.
Received Paytm payment
Now
of
you can play card. भावेश कार्ड.
69
Just play.
paise.
ये देखो, अब मैं यहाँ पे कार्ड को जितनी देर बीप चल रही है
Received Paytm payment of
Now
1 rupees and
done.
10
So you can see that there is a successful screen which is coming, and now the announcement is also getting played.
rupees.
सो जैसा आप लोगों को समझ में आया, इतने सारे लोग इसमें पेमेंट मारे जा रहे हैं.
So you can see there is a screen which is coming up, and the similar announcement is getting played at the Soundbox also.
Paise.
You can make another payment if you
Can
want
you show the screen, post transaction screen इस पे?
Just again show the entire demo. This is so we go
पोस्ट ट्रांजेक्शन स्क्रीन दिखा सकते हैं.
select the demo, select the card, put a value,
ओके
and now it's ready to use.
ओके.
Just tap it for once. It's done. It's done.
It's done.
It's done. You can see that it is processing. And this is the post-transaction screen which merchant is seeing. And the announcement is also going simultaneously.
21
So you
rupees.
can say, view entire.
अब मैं बाकी सब लोगों से दरख्वास्त करूंगा जो आप 1-1 रुपए की दक्षिणा दे रहे हैं या 1 रुपए 69 की दक्षिणा दे रहे हैं, इस पे देते रहे सारे लोगों के लिए. तो लॉजिकली ये एक डिवाइस है जिसमें कि हमने एक एलईडी प्लेयर लगाया हुआ है और ये डिवाइस पीछे चला जाएगा जिससे आपको समझ में आया. एंड दिस डिवाइस अलाउज कार्ड पेमेंट टू बी डन जस्ट लाइक अ साउंड बॉक्स से क्यूआर पे. तो विकास, ऋषि, अनुराग, क्या कहना है आपका इस डिवाइस के बारे में?
I can go. Sorry, go ahead, Anurag. Go ahead.
No, this time after you, Rishi. Please go ahead.
No, I was going to say, congratulations again, VSS, Bhavesh, and team. This is fantastic. I love the pairing you have with the app that the merchant can do as well. It becomes a nice combination. The merchant can do something on the phone, on the app, and the display works nicely for the consumer. Can you guys hear me okay? Sorry, I heard somebody else speak. Right? So I love the pairing it's got with the phone as well, the convenience there is for the merchant and the consumer. And I think as we think of tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities of India, tier 1 who didn't want to spend as much on a POS device, I think this is a great blend of all the worlds coming together, both for the merchant and the consumer. So congratulations on the launch of the device.
Thank you, Rishi. And the interesting thing is that I have my teammate Vipin who has few more features. So we'll go with those features and then we go with the next comment and the market also. So Vipin, over to you for your discussion.
So it has all the features what we today given very state-of-art devices which we sell independently. It has sound notification. It will come with a keypad also eventually. And it will work seamlessly. It is like QR se payment, card se payment. Now it gets merged into one device with affordability. Our focus has been always to bring affordable products at the ground. So it brings both the worlds together into one device. And we want to take it to the last mile of where card acceptance, while cards are growing significantly, but acceptance point is not growing on the machine side. This device will be a pivotal point where every nook and corner shop will be now able to say yes to accepting card payment. So I think...
and one of the thing which is very unique to is that it supports 11 languages.
Yes.
And the battery is really like 5-day battery in a single charge. Well, you have to understand that not many devices can actually support it at this form factor.
5 days for a single charge. And is paper roll ki bhi tension?
There is no paper roll. There is nothing that you have to actually change the paper roll, take the printout. Nothing. It's like a seamless transaction. One of the best thing which about all Paytm devices, how merchant operations are eased out, and that is what we have learned from Soundbox also. If the merchant operations are eased out, then the acceptability and the scalability of the device is always there.
And Vipin, if I was to ask you that, do you think that app as a feature works better, or do you think keyboard on the device works better?
Vijay, both we have seen significant usage in our Paytm for Business app. Merchants feel very safe. They always feel that मेरे control में. जब वो ऐप में होता है, वो बहुत ही उसको safe लगता है. But there are situations जब merchant खुद नहीं होता है shop में. A lot of times he's out and cashier is managing. उसके लिए कीपर. So वो जो आज इसमें वर्सटैलिटी है इस प्रोडक्ट में कि आप खुद भी ऑपरेट कर सकते हैं रिमोटली और आप शॉप पे भी ऑपरेट कर सकते हैं और आप उसका मैसेज भी जनरेट करा के जो आपको आज प्रिंट नहीं चाहिए उसका मैसेज भी आप दिला सकते हैं कस्टमर को कि आपका इतना पेमेंट है बिकॉज जनरली कस्टमर्स हैव दिस टेंडेंसी कि स्लिप लेनी है आज भी अगर स्लिप नहीं भी मांगो तब भी स्लिप मांग इशू करते हैं so that issue also gets resolved and it's a very economical product then because paper roll it's a significant cost for merchants so that solves that problem.
I agree. And I was talking to Rishi, now I'll talk to Vikas and Anurag and Vikas, what do you think that the device does not have a paper roll and can work with or without an app?
Vijay, I think this is you're on an aha moment from a proximity payment standpoint, I'd say. I personally like the cash register look and feel one better, probably because it's got all of the hardware, software in one space, one place, whether the merchants using it themselves or the salesman. Yeah. But I think you've solved so many, tick so many boxes in terms of omni-channel, multiple form factors, being so intuitive. I mean, that woman who was talking to Prime Minister Modi, if you heard the earnestness in her voice, aap samajh gaye kya? Aapne sun liya. So that itself, I think, that to me says that's the sound of a convinced consumer. I think you just have to now industrialize your rollout.
Thank you. Anurag, आप क्या कहते हो कि ऐप एक साइड में है और एक साइड में कीबोर्ड भी है और फ्रंट में ये इंटीग्रेटेड टैब भी है और साउंड बॉक्स भी है, QR भी है. तो what do you think of this device?
Vijay, I think it's brilliant. It's again another win for Team Paytm. So I don't know अगला क्या करेंगे अगर आपने सब कुछ इसमें कर दिया तो, but
well, there is no end to what we can do because सब कुछ कर रहे हैं.
absolutely, and that's expected from Team Paytm that you will continue to innovate. So I think Vijay, this is a great win. It will be a big win not only for the customer but more so from a merchant standpoint. And as this gets rolled out in different parts of the country with different merchants, especially the small ones, I'm sure they'll find huge value in this. Looks
Very cool.
Very cool. Sorry, I'll just add one thing, yes, if you don't mind. We didn't speak about the display in front, but that's pretty cool because a lot of places got a lot of noise. People don't know the exact amount what they're supposed to pay or not pay. Just having a display on the front makes it so much more intuitive for the consumer as well. That I know exactly how much I need to pay. So I love the feature in the front that has a digital display of the amount as well.
है ना? ये by the way ऋषि मैंने personally डलवाया था.
Yeah, I remember that.
यहाँ पे ना
Payment of
And
one.
you said if in a POS machine today, the consumer has to actually look into the display before the tapping the device. But here it is obviously
पूरा एक ही चीज देखनी चाहिए.
Powering off.
तो एक ही चीज देखनी चाहिए, वो कितना अमाउंट डालना है जिससे कि आप टैप करो तो उसको देखो. थैंक यू ऋषि फॉर कैप्चरिंग इट. ये हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट थी.
It's very, very cool. I know we spoke about the pin pad behind and the app, but this was a pretty cool feature I thought on the front of the device, which is very nice.
Thank you. विकास, ये जो आपने बोला जो एक पॉइंट ऑफ सेल का जो पुराना कैलकुलेटर कंप्यूटर वो जो डिवाइस निकलती थी, हमने उसकी लुक बनाने का ट्राई किया है पीछे, तो व्यक्ति को पता चल जाए कि क्या करना है. मेरे को अमाउंट लिखो, इधर साइड में भी एलईडी स्क्रीन है, फ्रंट साइड में भी है और एलसीडी स्क्रीन है. ये चीपर भी है, कॉस्ट भी कंस्ट्रेंट रहती है और एक दुकानदार को अपना कंफर्ट फीचर भी आता है कैलकुलेटर की तरह से इसमें.
Important part, Rishi, is this is what you can do when you make the product in India. Right, you are not importing it. What other market is seeing? So हम
भवेश बार-बार एक बात को बताना चाहते हैं कि ये मेड इन इंडिया प्रोडक्ट है, मेड इन ऑफिस प्रोडक्ट है, हमने बनाया है.
Designed, made in India, everything.
Made by Indian companies.
Bhavesh heard it loud and clear.
Yeah. No, this is not for us. This is for other people. Right.
India's payment can be, India can be net payment exporter. मेरा ये मानना है. और मेरा ये मानना है कि नेट पेमेंट एक्सपोर्टर ना सिर्फ पेमेंट टेक्नोलॉजी के लिए, उल्टा हार्डवेयर के लिए भी. आप अगर देखें तो मोर और लेस फॉरेन कंट्रीज का हार्डवेयर इंडिया में आता है. अभी जैसे साउंड बॉक्स से जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई है और अब हम कार्ड पेमेंट की तरफ आए हैं. मेरा ये मानना है कि एज पेटीएम वी विल ब्रिंग टन्स ऑफ हार्डवेयर मेकिंग कैपेबिलिटी टू इंडिया दैट वुड गो रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. सो मेक इन इंडिया की जय हो.
फैबुलस. आपका तो अमृत काल हो गया.
आजादी का अमृत काल, कैश पेमेंट से आजादी.
एक चीज बताना चाहता हूँ, because we talked about price. I think the important part is सबसे सस्ती कार्ड मशीन मार्केट में 5 से 6,000 रुपए की आती है, which is obviously able to do some bit of the stuff but not everything, and obviously it goes up to about 8,000 to 10,000 rupees. For us, this product we are delighted to announce that we will be offering in the market for 999 rupees. 1,000 रुपए से 1 रुपया कम, 999 रुपए में हम इस देश को एक ऐसा प्रोडक्ट देंगे, ऑल इन वन साउंड बॉक्स जो सब कुछ करता है और कार्ड भी.
Are you kidding me कि 1,000 रुपए का बैरियर आपने क्रॉस कर लिया कार्ड एक्वायरिंग में? मुझे लगता है कि मास्टर, वीजा, एमएक्स ये तो बिल्कुल आपका ड्रीम कम ट्रू है. ये प्राइस तो 1,000 रुपए में कस्टमर एक्वायरिंग सॉर्टेड. हाउ डू यू फील फॉर दैट?
I think our imagination is, can we make this product the standard soundbox in the market? See, एक जो इंसाइट हमने मार्केट में देखी है कि अगर एक छोटा दुकानदार भी है, उसके पास दिन में, हफ्ते में 1 या 2 ऐसे यूजर आते हैं जो कार्ड से पे करना चाहते हैं. Invariably, very interesting. That guy, if he does not have a card machine, will go to a different shopkeeper. भैया अपनी कार्ड दे दे, सेटिंग कर लेना. So he'll pick his card machine, get the transaction done, and then settle.
Correct.
Right? And obviously pay some fee, etc., etc. So there is an inertia in the mind of a merchant here. I cannot be paying 6,000-7,000 rupees upfront or a rental for a transaction which may happen once in a while. Now this problem gets solved with this product at 2 levels. One is कि इसकी price is equal to a soundbox. वो anyways आज की तारीख में 100 रुपए देता है या 1,000 रुपए का मशीन लेता है हमसे. दूसरा है कि he has a flexibility to switch on, switch off card acceptance. तो आज कार्ड मशीन पे नहीं है, ऐप पे है. Oh, he can say, अच्छा मैं दुकान से बाहर जा रहा हूँ, ये कार्ड एक्सेप्टेंस बंद है सर, ये कार्ड एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं है सर, क्यूआर चलेगा।
क्या चलेगा?
अब मैं सैटरडे संडे को कार्ड चलाना चाहता हूँ, आप इस पे कार्ड चला सकते हैं। एंड द गुड न्यूज इज ऑल 4 नेटवर्क्स वर्क, वीजा, मास्टर, एमेक्स एंड रुपे, ऑल 4 नेटवर्क्स वर्क। सो द कस्टमर हैज ऑल द चॉइस। कार्ड मशीन पे आप देखते हैं कि काफी नेटवर्क नहीं चल पाते हैं। So we made it a point, and thanks again to Rishi, to Vikas, to the entire Anurag, to Amex team and Anurag, and obviously Rupe team who obviously busy in Global FinTech Festival, and we would love to have him here on the call too, that they've really helped us in certifying a very complex product. Right? This product has not been there in the country.
तो आप हिंट देना चाहते हैं कि सर्टिफाइड प्रोडक्ट?
ये सर्टिफाइड मैं हिंट नहीं देना चाहता हूँ, मैं ये आपको बताना चाहता हूँ सभी लोगों को कि ये प्रोडक्ट एक शोपीस नहीं है।
अच्छा,
ये प्रोडक्ट कल
डेमो वीडियो
We have merchants. We have merchants.
ये बाजार में उतरने वाला प्रोडक्ट है।
उतरा हुआ है।
Are you going to show us the merchant?
Yes, we'll go to the merchant.
तो merchant के पास जाएंगे, तो can you correct few
Yes.
ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है। ऋषि, विकास और अनुराग, हम यहाँ से अपने मर्चेंट लोगों को कनेक्ट करते हैं, फिर हमारे जो ऑडियंस होती है वो उनको प्यार से पैसे देती है। साउंड बॉक्स के केस में,
हमारे केस में हाथी के दांत दिखाने और खाने के सेक।
very nice. I really like the way Bhavesh is expanding on this. So अब हम यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेंट को ज्वाइन करवाना चाहते हैं, तो हम कहाँ से ज्वाइन करेंगे?
So we will go to Noida.
Noida.
We have Mr. Ashok Bansal ji from Neelkant Departmental Store.
अरे वाह।
Ashok ji, namaskar. Thank you for joining.
नमस्कार अशोक जी।
नमस्ते जी, कैसे हैं आप? कहाँ हैं आप? कहाँ से ज्वाइन कर रहे हो आप? किस शहर में और कहाँ है आपकी दुकान?
सर मैं सेक्टर 62 में हूँ। न्यू नीलकंठ डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर के नाम से शॉप्स है मेरी।
बहुत ही बढ़िया।
सर एनसीआर में चार आउटलेट है मेरे।
अरे वाह, आपका नाम क्या है सर?
अशोक बंसल।
अशोक जी, बहुत ही बढ़िया लग रहा है मुझे कि आपके पास एक पेटीएम का बाइक भी पहुंचा हुआ है और पेटीएम का डिवाइस भी रखा हुआ दिख रहा है मेरे को।
हाँ जी सर, ये
थैंक यू सो मच। कैसी है डिवाइस? इसमें कार्ड का पेमेंट हो सकता है, तो क्या आपके यहाँ पे कार्ड का पेमेंट चल रहा है इस डिवाइस से?
सर चल रहा है, मैंने यूज भी करा है और काफी
यूज भी
करा भी है।
अच्छा, तो ये बताओ मेरे को कि जब आप ये डिवाइस देख रहे हो जो आपके पास रखी हुई है, हाउ इज इट, ये कैसे बेहतर होती है जो ईडीसी नॉर्मल वाली होती है उससे, और क्या इसका बेटर एडवांटेज है देन लेट्स से अदर कार्ड डिवाइसेस जो होती हैं? तो ये क्या, इसमें क्या खास बात है, ये बताओ।
सर एक्चुअली ये तो एक तो ये डिवाइस ऑल इन वन है, इसमें क्यूआर कोड भी है और पेटीएम कार्ड मशीन भी इसी के अंदर डाल दी है।
ओह, ये जेम्स बॉन्ड डिवाइस है।
कुछ ऐसी नई टेक्नोलॉजी है जो बाजार में किसी के पास है नहीं, तो कस्टमर भी थोड़ा सा अट्रैक्ट होता है कि बस अब ये क्या है नया।
ये क्या है?
कस्टमर भी थोड़ा ज्यादा अट्रैक्ट होता है कि बस अब ये क्या है नया। मैं उसको बोलता हूँ कि बस अब ये कार्ड मशीन भी इनका पेटीएम वालों ने इसके अंदर ही डाल दी, तो कहता है बस अब मेरी करके देखो ना एक बार।
अरे वाह, बहुत ही बढ़िया, बहुत ही बढ़िया। मुझे लगता है कि जब नई टेक्नोलॉजी को आप एक्सेप्ट करते हैं तो आप भारत को आगे बढ़ाते हैं, और हमारी तरफ से बंसल साहब ये बहुत ही मतलब हम्बलिंग फीलिंग होती है कि आप जो हम टेक्नोलॉजी बनाते हैं आपके लिए, हम जो टेक्नोलॉजी बनाते हैं देश के लिए, वो हम आप जैसे जो प्रोग्रेसिव शॉपकीपर हैं वो उसको इतनी अच्छी एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं। सो थैंक यू सो मच है उसके लिए बंसल साहब। आप हमें एक अपना जो भाई आया हुआ है उसको एक पेमेंट करके दिखाओ कि हाँ देखो वो उसके पास क्रेडिट कार्ड डेबिट कार्ड कोई है?
हाँ सर,
तो
मेरे पास है यार।
आया, चलो आप अपनी हमको हम ही से पेमेंट करा दो।
हाँ सर, मैं आपको ना एक पेमेंट करके दिखाता हूँ। मैं सर इसमें एप्लीकेशन में गया।
हाँ अच्छा, आप तो मतलब एप्लीकेशन का यूज सब सीख चुके हो?
सर मैंने कई कस्टमर्स की पहले ट्रांजेक्शन ले भी चुका हूँ मैं।
बहुत ही बढ़िया, बहुत ही बढ़िया, दिल खुश कर देते हो आप। देखो यही तो खास बात है इंडिया की, कि हमारे देश के अब बढ़ने का सबसे बड़ा कारण ये है कि आप जैसे दुकानदार जो भी एक टेक्नोलॉजी आए उसको और आगे बढ़ा देते हैं। मतलब हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी कहते हैं डिजिटल इंडिया, और आप उसको एग्जीक्यूट कर देते हो। बहुत ही बढ़िया।
मैं सर आपको ट्रांजेक्शन करके दिखाता हूँ।
हाँ जी,
सर मैंने अमाउंट डाल दिया आपके उसमें वेटिंग फॉर बिजनेस में, इसमें टैप कराइए।
अरे वाह,
पेमेंट सक्सेसफुल हो गई।
Paytm payment of 10 rupees
बहुत कंफर्मेशन है, मर्चेंट
बहुत ही
स्क्रीन पे भी और आवाज से भी।
आपकी स्क्रीन पे भी कंफर्मेशन आ गया और साउंड बॉक्स
हाँ सर, आपके फोन पे भी आ गया और साउंड बॉक्स ने भी नोटिफिकेशन दे दी।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। थैंक यू सो मच बंसल जी, थैंक यू सो मच, आपकी कृपा बनी रहे।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू, बाय।
बाय।
Then we have another merchant.
वाओ, मुझे तो मतलब आपने ऑन ग्राउंड
डिप्लॉयमेंट इसका चल
भी लाइव।
तो बेटे हमारा ये आपको बताइए डीएनए है पेटीएम का कि हम लॉन्च करते हैं तो लॉन्च करते हैं
और पहले 2-3 हजार मर्चेंट पे पायलट करके देखते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि एकदम लॉन्च करते हैं।
तो आज लॉन्च किया है। एक्चुअली मार्केट के अंदर 3000 मर्चेंट्स पे मशीन लगी हुई है, चेक करी गई है। अच्छा, उसके बाद हमने मार्केट में उतारा।
लेकिन इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ये भी है कि पहली बार देखा है कि मशीन की वजह से किसी का बिजनेस बढ़ रहा हो।
हाँ, आपने नोटिस करा, वो बता रहे हैं
ये है हमारे साथ
हमारी दुकान का नया डिवाइस एक तरह से नया चैंपियन बना। हाँ जी, जयपुर से नमस्कार साहब।
शिव प्रकाश जी हैं।
नमस्कार सर।
शिव प्रकाश जी नमस्कार। आप सरप्राइज हो जाएंगे, हमारे साथ वीजा, मास्टर, अमेरिकन एक्सप्रेस सबके देश के सीईओ हैं। आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारी कॉल में आने के लिए।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर, बहुत बहुत खुशी की बात है सर, आप सभी से मुलाकात करने का मौका मिला।
आप कहाँ हो अभी, किस शहर में हो, आपकी दुकान का नाम क्या है और आपका नाम क्या है सर?
सर शिव प्रकाश अग्रवाल मेरा नाम है और जयपुर राजस्थान से मालवीय नगर एरिया में अपनी शॉप है। मल्टी ब्रांड कैटेगरीज के अंदर अपना पूरा स्टोर है, क्लॉथिंग एंड एसेसरी शूज का।
अच्छा,
और ऑल ओवर अपने 4 स्टोर है।
वाह, मतलब आप तो मतलब मुझे सबसे अच्छी बात क्या लगती है शिव कुमार जी के आपकी दुकान आपने जयपुर में भी बड़ी कर रखी है। मतलब एक ही दुकान नहीं है, 4 दुकान है। बहुत बढ़िया।
बिल्कुल सर, 3 स्टोर्स अपने जयपुर में है, कोटा में है।
अरे वाह, क्या बात है। तब तो फिर आपके लिए ये डिवाइस एक तरीके से एक आपके लिए बन के आई है, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि कार्ड का पेमेंट तो लोग मांग रहे होंगे। क्यूआर का पेमेंट होता था, पेटीएम से होता था, यूपीआई से पेमेंट होता था, उसके बाद कार्ड के पेमेंट का क्या करते थे आप?
बिल्कुल सर, कार्ड पेमेंट के लिए पहले कार्ड मशीन अवेल करते थे, 2 अलग अलग डिवाइसों को यूज करते थे। अभी आपकी 2-in-1 मशीन आने के बाद में पेमेंट लेना और भी इजी एंड फास्ट हो गया है।
अरे वाह, अब मुझे बहुत बढ़िया लगा।
नया नाम आ गया। मैं वही कह रहा था।
और वो रेडियो चलते थे, वो वाला 2-in-1 हो गया।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर, आज जो अपना भारत डिजिटल क्रांति के अंदर चल रहा है उसमें पेटीएम का मेरे हिसाब से बहुत बड़ा योगदान है सर।
थैंक यू सो मच, आपका योगदान है। देखिए,
बिल्कुल हमारा पूरा सहयोग है सर।
सर आप मतलब मानिए कि हम तो बस बना ही सकते हैं, और जो आप इसको यूज कर लें तब क्रांतिकारी आती है ना बात। तो क्रांति आने के लिए तो आप एग्जीक्यूट करते हो, हम तो
बिल्कुल
असला
सर
बनाते हैं।
सर चीजें बिल्कुल सही है आपके पास सर, चीजें दोनों हाथ से ताली है, चीजें बनेगी तो ही आगे अवेयर होगी।
बहुत ही बढ़िया। तो आपकी कार्ड मशीन चलती है ये वाली?
बिल्कुल सर, कार्ड मशीन ये चालू है, टैप पे यूज भी किया है हमने।
और इस पे क्यूआर पेमेंट भी होती है?
इस पे क्यूआर पेमेंट भी होती है। ये एक अनोखी डिवाइस है जो पेटीएम ने फर्स्ट टाइम मार्केट लॉन्च किया, जो अभी तक मैंने ना तो देखी है ना सुनी है।
अरे वाह, आप हमें दिखाओ सामने, हम आपके लिए दूर से पेमेंट करके देखते हैं कि होगा नहीं होगा आपकी पेमेंट डिवाइस का। तो ये बेस्ट डील्स,
Paytm payment of 11 rupees.
अरे
Received Paytm payment of 101 rupees. Received Paytm payment of
क्या बात है
11 rupees. Received Paytm payment of 1 rupees. Received Paytm payment of 1
कंटेनर सर।
देखो सर, आपकी मतलब दुकान की इतनी जानकारी है कि हमारे साथ जितने लोग इंटरनेट से जुड़े हुए हैं वो सारे के सारे आपके पेमेंट करें। मैं तो एक ही पेमेंट करिए उसमें।
सर हम तो चाहते हैं ऐसे ही चलता रहे, दिन भर बोलता रहे।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया चुकवार जी, थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू,
धन्यवाद
ज्वाइन करने के लिए।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर, ओके
थैंक यू।
अब हमारे साथ पुणे से पलाश जी हैं।
पुणे से पलाश जी, आई लाइक द नेम दैट यू चूज इन पुणे। पुणे के पलाश जी से हमारे को कनेक्ट करवाओगे तो रिपुंजा ये बात समझाओ मेरे को कि ये साउंड बॉक्स और कार्ड दोनों को कंबाइन कर देते हैं मतलब?
यस तो ये 2-in-1।
आई लाइक दिस न्यू नेम। पेटीएम का 2-in-1 ले आओ भाई साहब, गाना चलाएंगे अब। हाँ जी।
अच्छा, कुछ कनेक्टिविटी का इशू आ रहा है।
हाँ बताओ, किसको ज्वाइन करवा रहे हो?
बैंगलोर से।
अच्छा, बैंगलोर से हम सुनील जी को ज्वाइन कराते हैं। सुनील जी आ गए।
ओके, बैंगलोर से जाओगे?
हमारी
ये
फेवरेट
मतलब
सिटी है।
तो मैं भवेश के ये पूछना चाहता हूँ, तो भवेश आपने सिर्फ ये लॉन्च नहीं करी, आपने 4 दिशाओं में लॉन्च कर दिया।
पैन इंडिया
पैन इंडिया प्रोडक्ट है। और हम चाहेंगे कि पूरे हम करीबन 550 शहरों के अंदर साउंडबॉक्स चलाते हैं, हम 550 शहरों में इस डिवाइस को पहुंचाएं।
अच्छा 550 से
550
एवरीथिंग।
ये मतलब इसका मतलब कि आप टोटली जहां जाओ, जहां ना पहुंचे रवि वहां पहुंचे कवि, और जहां ना पहुंचा पेमेंट वहां पहुंच गया पेटीएम का साउंडबॉक्स और कार्ड।
अब इतनी शहरों में कार्ड इश्यूज नहीं होगा जहां पे हमारा डिवाइस है।
तो पुणे से पलाश जी ज्वाइन कर गए हमारे साथ। पलाश जी का कैफे है पुणे में।
अरे वाह, हाय पलाश, हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
हाय, आई थिंक यू आर म्यूट।
आप
पलाश जी, आप mute
पलाश,
में हैं।
यू आर ऑन म्यूट। Yes, can you hear us? Now you are unmuted.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi,
everyone.
hi, Palash.
As you can see, Palash, with us is Visa, Master, American Express, and Paytm team all together.
Yes, it's an honor to interact with you all.
Thank you so much. आप कहाँ से कॉल कर रहे हो? मतलब where are you joining us from? Which city are you on? What do you do here, Palash?
I have cafes here by the Cafe Dal near airport and 2 other areas.
Okay. And in your cafe, do you get customers with credit card and debit card also, or mostly only the phone?
Most of nowadays people don't carry cash, so it's mostly the card or the Sodex or other things.
Wow.
And,
And then in this, did you used to carry a separate device for card and separate QR code for mobile, or were you not accepting cards before?
we were accepting cards, but for that we had a card machine, and now the things are like get here.
Very interesting. So we have this device which I can see at the back of you, which is like 2-in-1, all-in-one. What do you think of this device? How does it help you? What is the name of this device that you have at the back, which probably takes card and the Soundbox both payments?
Yeah, I guess it's amazing because it has become easier now. We don't need to keep card machine, and the tap feature is too good on it.
That feature is too good on it. I think I love that number of Paytm Karo at the back of yours. The person who's coming here, I'm trying to scan. Can we zoom in? Can we zoom in with the camera from here? Yeah, please.
Device थोड़ा आगे अगर ला सके पलाश जी तो।
Please. Very good. We like to see how does it work. All right. So which side of Pune are we in, Palash?
I stay cafe is near airport.
Oh, Vivantanagar. But I could not see this QR.
QR आप एक बार।
QR का पेमेंट आना भी चालू हो गया, बट मैं स्कैन नहीं कर पाया। Oh God. बैक टू बैक। पलाश, भगवान करे ऐसे करके आपके पास भगवान आए और गणपति बप्पा आपके ऊपर इतनी सारी पेमेंट करें। अर्जुन, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग आवर पेटीएम चैंपियन बडी। Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bangalore Sunil ji now back from Bangalore.
अरे वाह
सर जी नमस्ते।
नमस्ते सुनील जी, क्या हाल है आपके?
बस एकदम बढ़िया। बहुत आप प्लीजेंट लग रहे हैं आज।
नहीं, अब क्या बोले, आपकी दुकान का मतलब आई लाइक द वे। आपकी दुकान किस चीज की है? कहाँ हो आप इस टाइम पे?
ये सर बैंगलोर में विजयनगर एरिया है।
हाँ,
और ये ऑर्गेनिक एंड हर्बल आयुर्वेदिक
प्रोडक्ट दिखाते हो। ओके, तो आप मेरे को बताओ कि आप कार्ड पेमेंट लेते थे पहले या फिर सिर्फ मोबाइल पेमेंट लेते थे?
नहीं दोनों लेते थे हम लोग।
तो दोनों लेते थे, तो 2 डिवाइस वर्सेस 1 डिवाइस, क्या फायदा नजर आता है आपको इस डिवाइस से जो आपके पास रखी है?
अभी 2-in-1 हो जाएगा ना, मतलब स्पेस, इलेक्ट्रिक पिन जो चार्जिंग पिन उसका भी थोड़ा इश्यू रहता है ना, वो भी बच जाएगा।
आई लाइक इट कि आप कार्ड मशीन का अलग पिन लगता था, आपका अपना अलग पिन लगता था, उस लेवल पे ऑप्टिमाइजेशन हो गया, मतलब एक डिवाइस में दोनों पेमेंट आ गए।
हाँ जी।
तो आप साउंडबॉक्स के पुराने कस्टमर हो, इसका मतलब यू यूज्ड टू हैव।
नहीं, हम तो हाँ काफी पुराने कस्टमर है। ये पेटीएम का मतलब अच्छा इशू नहीं है पेमेंट्स का। पहले हमने दूसरे भी यूज किए हैं मगर छोड़ दिया सबको।
अरे वाह, आप कार्ड मशीन भी दूसरी सारी छोड़ दीजिएगा। हमारा मानना है कि हमारी ये कार्ड मशीन और साउंडबॉक्स कॉम्बिनेशन अच्छा चलेगा आपके लिए।
सर डेफिनेट।
थैंक यू सो मच। और आप अगर हमें अपना QR दिखाएं तो हम आपके सारे के सारे हम यहाँ से कुछ पेमेंट करके चेक कर सकते हैं कि क्या क्या चलता है। ओके, ये देखो, वेरी नाइस। ये मैंने पेमेंट किया आपके
ओके।
अब ये पेमेंट आपका जो आप देख रहे हो, बाकी जो पेमेंट आ रहे हैं इंटरनेट से आ रहे हैं, बट मेरा एक ही पेमेंट था। थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you,
थैंक
thank
यू
you,
सो मच फॉर बीइंग चैंपियन ऑफ Paytm। थैंक यू।
thank you, sir.
Thank you. Wow. So
It's amazing.
So what do you think, guys? Rishi and Rag, what do you think? These are real merchant everywhere.
I'm
No, no,
thinking,
as I said, I think VSS earlier, right? I think this is for the Bharat, and this is an amazing innovation. So again, congratulations to Team Paytm. I'm just curious, Bipin and others and team, any feedback you already gotten from the merchants other than the 4? Did you direct other feedback?
No, I'll tell you a very peculiar thing, Rishi. So, मेरे पास ना हमेशा ये रिक्वेस्ट आती है कि कार्ड एक्सेप्टेंस फॉर अ मर्चेंट इज अ वेरी बिग थिंग। जिस स्टेटा में हम काम करते हैं तो उनको बड़ा एलीट सा लगता है कि आई कैन एक्सेप्ट, माई शॉप कैन एक्सेप्ट कार्ड। तो मेरे से हमेशा बोलते हैं कि हमारे को पुल एंड पुश का स्टिकर लगाइए जहाँ की कार्ड मशीन एक्सेप्टेड। सो अब ये आज मशीन दिखा के ना, यू वोंट बिलीव, देयर सेइंग कि अब मैं, बिकॉज एडीसी डिवाइस की एक प्रॉब्लम है कि दे परसीव इट वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, तो हमेशा छुपा के ड्रॉर में रखेंगे, सो वो कभी आता ही नहीं है विजिबिलिटी। अब इस मशीन से, बिकॉज साउंडबॉक्स में दे आर सो फेमिलियर, दे वांट टू प्रेजेंट इट, तो आज वही मर्चेंट मुझे कह रहा है ये ऊपर लगा दीजिए, अब स्टिकर की जरूरत नहीं है, अब इस डिब्बे से ही हो जाएगा। सो उनको आज एलिवेटेड लग रहा है, उसको आज नेक्स्ट लेवल पे लग रहा है कि वो आज अब एक छोटे मर्चेंट के लिए बहुत ही बड़ी चीज होती है कार्ड एक्सेप्ट करना, जो क्यूआर से होता है। तो आज एक ही बॉक्स में अफोर्डेबिलिटी के साथ, और मैं आई वाज सो सरप्राइज कि जैसे पिन का, ये हमारा सबसे बड़ी पेन पॉइंट है कि मल्टीपल पिन, मल्टीपल चार्जर, मल्टीपल सर्विस रिक्वेस्ट, जगह नहीं होती है,
काउंटर पे जगह नहीं है।
इनफैक्ट मैंने कई बार देखा, वो कहता सर पावर पॉइंट एक ही है, तो एक बार ये चार्ज करता हूँ, एक बार दूसरा डिवाइस
भूल जाता है उसको, फिर जब कोई कस्टमर आता है तब चार्ज करता है। तो यहाँ क्या कि एक ही डिवाइस चार्ज करना है, एक ही डिवाइस से सारा काम।
And our transaction are significantly growing on cards, and with this product now coming in, I can tell you अब आपको हर नेक्स्ट जगह पे कार्ड एक्सेप्टेंस बढ़ते हुए दिखेगी।
और एक चीज जो फीडबैक है मैं ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि ये ना किस तरह की शॉप्स में जा रहा है। ये शॉप्स में जा रहा है जो रिटेल चेन्स हैं रीजनल लेवल पे, जैसे हमने देखा कि नोएडा से उनकी 4 दुकानें हैं, फिर हमने देखा कि कोई मल्टी ब्रांड स्टोर चला रहा है। तो वो लोग जो कि कार्ड जिन पे 10-15% आता है ना, उनमें एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी बहुत ज्यादा है।
बिकॉज मर्चेंट के लिए बहुत ही पेन पॉइंट है, अगर वो एक भी किसी कस्टमर को मना कर देता है ट्रांजैक्शन के लिए, नहीं मेरे पास कार्ड मशीन है, एज भावेश सेड कि या तो पड़ोसी से लेके आता है, और अब वो थैंक्स टू जीएसटी अब वो रिकंसिलिएशन इशू हो जाता है।
मैं एक बात और बताना चाहता हूँ, अनुराग आप कुछ कह रहे थे इस मशीन के बारे में और लोगों के एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में, फिर मैं एक और चीज बोलना चाहता हूँ।
yes, this is looking very nice. देख के मजा आ गया, बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस लोगों को लग रहा है। 4 मर्चेंट्स एकदम फ्लॉलेस ट्रांजैक्शंस हुई, एंड आई एम श्योर उनके शाम तक वो मशीन बचती रहेगी विद पेमेंट। So congratulations to you and the entire team. I think it's a wonderful thing that you've launched.
Thank you. And I wanted to inform everyone that one thing that we missed, and this is on us, that we missed it when we were putting network logos. You did not see American Express, but these devices have, all of those devices are inclusive and include American Express acceptance. In fact, the beauty is that I believe that we will be able to augment the network, fabulous network, and the rich people network of American Express to massive scale, so that every one of us who's an American Express customer can use it everywhere. So I just wanted all of you to know that all these devices carry American Express acceptance also there. In fact, the devices that you saw, the keyboard device at the back, will obviously include the logo of American Express also. So apologies on that for Anurag from our side, that we were not able to put the logo on the perfect video, as that was created in a parallel universe by the time.
No worries, Mrs. Thank you for clarifying, and it's really a pleasure to have a partnership with Paytm.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. So this is the Soundbox. This is the device that we are very happy to portray, to bring in front of everyone, that you can make payments using any card and any app. And this is the all-in-one Soundbox that we have. Now I'll take questions, answers from public, and I don't mind, Anurag and Rishi, if you can stay on. I'll answer, or if you have something else going on, you could drop. I'm happy to answer those on your behalf, or we will love to see it. So let's hear the questions. Bhavesh, are we ready for this?
Absolutely.
Okay. this is to increase the customer base. Paytm Soundbox can be used as tool to leverage currently computerized voice get played. Can user voice bites can be used in Soundbox, for example, like multiple dialect and more stored customer interaction. So personalization of Soundbox with shopkeeper works.
Yes. So I think
we should leave it for the future.
Last time also we said that we will launch something big.
So we'll keep launching something new. I believe सबसे बड़ा अब सबसे बेहतरीन आवाज शॉपकीपर की खुद की होती है, ना कि कोई सेलिब्रिटी की होती है. So हम चाहेंगे कि दुकानदार अपनी वॉइस में कस्टमर को बता सके. So there is something which is coming.
और अपने कस्टम मैसेजेस.
अपने कस्टम मैसेज.
कि आज मेरी दुकान पे X 5 मिल रही है, 5% का ऑफ है, जिससे उसको बिजनेस बढ़े.
समझ गया.
पेटीएम का जो मेन है कि बिजनेस बढ़े.
समझ गया. तो आप अपनी तरफ से इसमें अब कस्टम लगाने वाले हो फीचर.
जैसे हमने वो देखा था बेंगलोर में, उसने अपनी आवाज रिकॉर्ड करके बस छोड़ दिया कि जो उसे बोलना नहीं पड़ रहा, वो कंटिन्यूअसली उसके कि मेरी दुकान में 10% ऑफ चल रहा है, वो चल रहा है.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay, so Ishan is there from IIM Lucknow. Please share thoughts on how SMB, MSME sector can continue to benefit more from digitization and future ready. So Ishan, it's a very simple thing. Once a small business takes digital payment, they become available on financial system with their significant amount of interaction and data available, and financial system can extend whether it is credit or wealth or insurance or any other financial service. So digitally, that can be extended on that. There is an anonymous attendee whom I believe you know or not. I don't know because it's anonymous. I think same box that Pine Lab announced earlier today on X.
मेरे को पता नहीं है कि कौन है. What have they announced or what is that company doing in Soundbox? But our opinion is that we've been pioneers of building in India, not importing from any part of the world. So this product is a production-ready product in the market, which you will see it in nook and corner of this country. And and I personally believe that Paytm innovates, and everybody else has the right to look at what they believe is an opportunity for them to really go out and do in the market. So this will be one more product where we believe that the entire payment industry should be able to copy, should be able to improvise, etc. Because overall India benefits.
Thank you.
Right, and I think that's our intention also. That's been the case with Soundbox, wherein we bought this product in 2019. While we continue to put so many products out in the market, but there are a lot of other people who've been doing it. It's been benefiting the country.
Yeah.
This product will further benefit the country. That India will have a product through which everybody can accept all forms of payments. I think that's a vision that we will continue to pursue.
Very cool. So Abhishek Bhatnagar from Gadget to Use is giving us some feedback on Paytm Wallet and Transit Card. Abhishek, please reach out to our social media handle because this presentation is around the Soundbox and this new Soundbox. I'll keep that. But as you can understand that, oh yes, you can do all the tap up and recharge, etc. on the card itself. Anand J is saying debit card payment. It's a credit card and debit card payment, and it does not do swipe. It does actually only tap. So it's practically, it includes tap that can be done and taken using a phone, iPhone. Our participant is asking whether they can accept iPhone or phone-based tap payments. Answer is yes. And by the way, in future, it will include UPI Lite also. So Bhavesh, this tap is going to include UPI Lite also?
So I think we are working on and making various forms of payments to become contactless. So there will be other funding sources that we will soon be announcing.
Okay. And somebody is asking, Jay is asking whether only NFC payments are accepted by cards. Well, like I said, NFC payments are accepted by card or the phone, both. And okay, Calvin is saying, I love the way leaders handle flawless demo. I used to imagine this world around 2010 when payment bank were being set up, but lucky to have seen this after a decade. Thank you so much, Calvin. We demand, okay, so this is anonymous attendee who says, we demand Paytm Payment Bank to onboard an account aggregator framework ASAP. Absolutely.
Acknowledged. We shall pass on it to our associate Paytm payments.
That is. And then what will happen to existing EDCs and card machine business? Mr. Bipin, what do you think is the answer for that?
ये बहुत ही लंबा डिबेट है. मैं 22-23 साल से बैंकिंग में हूँ एंड हमेशा लोग कहते रहे कि EDC device will vanish when it continues to expand. There's another segment which we are building. This device is for merchants who could not afford EDC device, but still have a requirement for this. High-end merchant, because uska use case EDC ka EMI se linked hai, there are various journeys which get fulfilled on the device with a LCD screen. So wo uska use rahega, but they will continue, as Bhavesh rightly said in the beginning, there's no 0-1 game here कि एक form factor रहेगा तो दूसरा vanish हो जाएगा. There is long way to go जब तक ये दोनों parallelly चलते रहेंगे.
I think इसमें I have an incremental view. So whenever you make a segment accept a product that they've never accepted, that segment expands. So you would see in a long arch of, let's say, 3 years, a lot of merchants who never took cards start to get their card journey through all-in-one card Soundbox that Paytm has launched. Some of those merchants will become so large in accepting cards that they will need a more evolved device. And I think the card machine is an evolved device because higher value payments, it has an Android screen, it can do multiple things. It will further expand the card ecosystem. 40 lakh cards machines is nothing in a country like India.
Yeah. And Bhavesh, we have seen this. We put QR in the first in 2018. Then those merchants who were taking more mobile payments migrated to Soundbox. Now those people who will take some card will move to this machine, and then more cards will migrate to EDC.
Yeah, that's how it will be.
And then Manish Sharma is asking if the tap feature is not available on the card, can we use swipe to make payment? नहीं दोस्त, इसमें कोई swipe और chip pin entry का scope नहीं है. It is only for the people, and this is my acknowledgement and shout out to our card networks, Visa, Master, RuPay, MX, that they've been able to enable the tap. This NFC payment gives a opportunity to remove many complexities and remove many other limitations and costs that could have otherwise come. So it's a feature that we have leveraged of the card networks that you can do the tap, and NFC payments right now happen still 5,000 rupees per tap, which means that this is a fantastic device for up to 5,000 rupees payment using.
And which is majority of payments actually in the country. If you look at the average value per card transaction, it is sub 5,000 rupees in the country. So smaller merchants typically will be able to accept, I would say, majority of card opportunities.
और वैसे 2 बार कार्ड टैप करवा सकते हो?
Technically करा सकते हो.
Technically तो आप 2 बार कार्ड टैप पेमेंट करवा के पेमेंट ले सकते हो. You can. So it's a unit of 5,000 rupees.
It's a unit of 5,000.
So it requires tap enabled cards. And Anjanika is asking that why is the Soundbox device segment gaining increasing focus among payment companies in the country? Anjanika, we championed it, we continue to expand it, we continue to innovate of it because this is what merchant needs. So this is why we are building, and for every other company, that's their business. Does the new Soundbox with card support tap to pay via phone and NFC? Absolutely, yes. It does support phone using NFC. How much amount can pay through credit card, debit card? I just told you. And the pricing, Subrata Bhattacharya, you are asking. The pricing is 999 rupees.
999 rupees.
We breached 1,000 rupee benchmark. I think that's a particular benchmark. Am I correct, Rishi? Do you think that it was the benchmark for looking at कि 1,000 रुपए की device बनाओ यार कुछ?
Nobody would have ever thought. If you told that to somebody a few years back or months back, a device sub 1,000 rupees that can accept cards, I think nobody would have ever guessed that or estimated that, right? So again, kudos to the team Paytm to get us there. I think Bhavesh said, as somebody said, at the average, typical EDC machine is north of 4,000-5,000 rupees, right? Different variants are there, but that's a typical cost in the market. So now to accept card payments below 1,000 rupees with a form factor that the merchants like, I think that's an exciting news here for all of us.
And Gauri is saying you push for PLI scheme for Soundbox during class launch. What is your aim to solve and push this device? There's no doubt about it. We remain champion of Make in India and Made in India, and payment devices made in India are good for India. So we will continue to push for PLI for payment devices made in India. That is our pitch. People who are raising the hand, if you could write the question here, I would definitely, as you can read that I'm going through the questions, I will read the questions and so on. You may write like to want anonymous, and I'm ready to take anonymous question also. Can we make payment by a PIN-based card? No, this is a tap card, and that is what the beauty or limit is. As you can say, maximum payment past 5,000 rupees. Umesh is asking. Vikrant is saying, great innovation for merchant. What new things we'll get for Paytm consumer app? Vikrant, there are some things that are coming in. I have the app on my phone, and I wish that we do the next event for the consumer app too. So yes, Vikrant, look forward to, and thank you for championing Paytm. HJ, like I said, the per transaction limit is up to 5,000 rupees. So there is no limit up to 5,000 rupees the usage. And I think the original Soundbox works on UPI network where there are no charges charged to merchant. Does this 2-in-1 Soundbox attract MDR charge from merchant? It's actually an instrument-based MDR. So UPI payment do not attract any MDR. And if on a card network, different card network and type of card have different charges, and those are charged or not charged according to what network or the bank issuer charges. So there is no charge for UPI on this, just in case. Reconfirming this for you, QR payment or even various other UPI-led payments do not have charge. Do we have any EMI configuration built in the system? It would be great to have such thing. Umesh Karam.
Yeah, so the EMI configuration is built on the Paytm consumer app. So when you want to really convert a transaction, either scanning QR code or you, which is going to be on UPI, or you want to make a transaction, but you can do on the consumer app. Because the tap product is only up to 5,000 rupees, per se EMI does not work, right? EMI is for a high ticket transaction, which will work on EDC. But on a theoretical level, if your bank has enabled EMI below 5,000 rupees, it can be done on the Paytm app.
Got it. And एक किसी anonymous ने लिखा है, बाकी लोग फिर से कॉपी कर लेंगे, इसको पेटेंट कर लिया क्या? देखो कॉपी कुछ नहीं होता, लोग इंस्पायर होकर दूसरों लोग की
हम तो चाहते हैं एक्चुअली
सब देखेंगे पेटीएम का एजेंडा है पेमेंट को ग्रो करना अगर हमारे से इंस्पायर होकर 10 लोग 25 करना
मार्केट इंडस्ट्री ग्रोस इंडस्ट्री बड़ी इंडिया इज इन वेरी infancy so
yeah everybody I mean when payment grows when Paytm grows this country grows that is what it is. What kind of revenue is the device expected to generate? We don't have a revenue target on this. We're just making solution for consumers and merchants to solve for it. How many sound boxes have Paytm sold so far since 2019?
85 lakhs.
85 lakhs is the number. We officially every month give that number. Does the payment network company charge any money on customer receiver using this network? Like I told you, different networks like UPI has its own charge and card network 1, 2, 3 will have their own charge. So those are the charge. How secure is new Soundbox? New card scan feature is secure. This is actually EMV secure. The card networks give consent and confirmation once it is only certified and security level of that. So you can be very, very secure. You can be very safe that it is as secure as any other EDC.
Yeah, it actually follows international security protocol. So it goes through L1 L2 certification. And hence, once it passes the certification, which is equivalent to the EDC machine.
जो PCI protocol वो सारे follow.
Yeah.
Anjirika is asking an extension question that how many Soundbox does the company plan to deploy on the next 1 year?
How many? Oh, we today are rating at about 12 lakh a quarter. We would love to increase it, but minimum utna to karenge.
So Anjirika, 12 lakh a quarter Soundbox, more than 1 million, 1.2 million Soundboxes are deployed a quarter. We obviously expect it to grow. We have not set up a public target on this. Anjali Jain, thank you so much for asking this question. Will the device only accept credit card or debit? And answer is that it will accept debit cards also. So it accepts debit card, credit card, prepaid card, international card, domestic cards, all kind of cards.
And all UPI, all wallet.
And then all UPI, all wallet.
All mobile.
So it's everything device. Actually, that's the beauty of it. You think it will help in solving the lag that UPI faces sometime? It will. And the payment networks, different payment network and different P cards face different lag. The all-in-one encompassing feature itself is the feature that it allows that you have a card tap or a QR scan. Samar Kalra is saying what is the difference between two card Soundbox showing in the picture? एक ऐप से चलता है उसमें आप अमाउंट लिखिए दूसरा डिवाइस में ही अमाउंट लिख के सबमिट कर सकते हैं. That is the difference. Samar, hope you would understood and I can show you this what maybe look I can show this easily. If you notice one ये वाला जो है इसमें ये पीछे साउंड बॉक्स में नंबर लिखने का है ये वाला जो है इसमें ऐप से फॉलो करते हैं. So that is where the difference is. Boss, can we convert purchase into EMI through Soundbox? Answer Jagpal is that yes, you can convert them to EMI.
If your bank is enabled.
If your bank is enabled, yes, you can convert them. Is there a charge on credit card payment? Credit card payment charges apply according to the bank whom you are acquiring through or issuer bank. Deploy your device on air travel and planes to pay. Raman Pabreja पूछ रहे हैं भवेश यार हवाई जहाज में पेमेंट कर पाते हैं
ये वाले डिवाइस से नहीं कर पाते हैं बट
मतलब कार्ड पेमेंट की जगह क्यूआर से पेमेंट क्यों नहीं करते?
सो अगेन फॉर द फ्यूचर हम एक बहुत ही बड़ी एयरलाइन के साथ बात में हैं. होपफुली वी विल बी एबल टू ब्रिंग आउट अ सॉल्यूशन सून.
थैंक यू रमन. ये मेरा भी क्वेश्चन था अपनी टीम से बाय द वे. So Vivek कह रहे हैं wonderful innovation. However, can we make the device to be Wi-Fi hotspot enabled to in the future? आपने बता दिया, हमने सुन लिया. Hint. Also, this particular device is limited to 4G, where the areas, whereas we are in 5G area. Don't worry about it, my friend. 4G, 5G, Wi-Fi, definitely part of the plan. And if you need a 5G device, you can tell our salespeople. We'll actually give you the 5G device. Technically, 5G उन सब जगह पे जहाँ 4G भी है. So it may be the topic, but 17-year-old having passionate about entrepreneurship can do it. Yes, Balraj, you can do it. Well, is the particular card network pricing is shown, anonymous attendee. So I'm just saying, yes, card network and the type of card attract the acquiring charges like standard.
Yeah. And the merchant has the flexibility to switch
Enable,
on, switch off,
disable,
enable
one card over
they
the
don't like.
When UPI and credit card charge for Visa, MX and MasterCard, will the need for this device reduce? Generally, I believe fundamentally that card devices, whether you run it on QR or whether you run it on tap, both ways. Paytm QR actually always included the ability of other card networks, every card network to pay on QR. So, will the requirement of device reduce? Actually, मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ, Janil, that we believed that there was not a need of any more device when we launched QR-based payment, sticker and personalized QRs and so on. But over the period, we found out reverse, that there is a device requirement on the counter. So we believe that this device will still require. Rahul Verma is saying, wow, I learned about tapping card last year in London. And I've always wondered, why don't we have same system in India?
आपने सोचा हमने कर दिया.
आपने सोचा हमने कर लिया, dear Rahul. The fun part is, Pratham Mahinga just opened today in DLF Mall Saket. So I'll use my card there to get taste of Notting Hill. All the best. Thank you so much. Both QR and contactless payment that Dash company also launched. I'm sorry, those are prototypes, not the devices that we believe that they've launched. So it is. But maybe if it is, so it is. Happy to see some other also launching. What is the other card limit on a card payment up to 5,000? Monthly rental क्या होगा? अर्पित कह रहे हैं.
अभी Soundbox का रेंटल जितना है उतना ही रहेगा, 99 रुपीज, एंड 999 रुपए का डिवाइस रहेगा. सो हम कमर्शियल प्लान 999 रुपए वन टाइम या 99 रुपीज पर मंथ दोनों में निकालेंगे इस डिवाइस को. सो या इट विल बी अफोर्डेबल लाइक Soundbox.
Wow, this is crazy loss. Crazy amount of less amount. Is gesture-based biometric payment coming to this device on the roadmap? Sameer पूछ रहे हैं device से. Sameer भाई बहुत आगे.
Show of hand.
Hello. Payment करिए. आशीर्वाद दीजिए. Payment करिए. A little ahead in the workflow, my friend. What is the net payment margin for Paytm and card payment? प्रभ आप हमारे MIS देखें, board filing में देखें. Manvi पूछ रहे हैं what kind of revenue this device is expected to generate. Oh, I genuinely want to tell you one thing. Our business model is based around more number of merchants take the payment and then overall payment revenues, as you know. Individually, itni nahi hai. What is the transaction GMV limit of credit card, debit card? I told you per transaction per card. Speed up the launching process in Hyderabad. We need it in Hyderabad.
You'll get it.
Okay.
You'll get it.
Sure.
And Vikrant is saying, Vijay sir, Paytm team are rockstar. They give goosebumps to Steve Jobs. Sir, I'll meet you soon in AGM. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very kind of you to say that. What is the net payment margin? What is the UPI is going global? I hope Paytm will take first mover advantage. Will keep moving such innovation. Raj, बिल्कुल. आपको पता है? Paytm runs Japan's payment network called PayPay. आप जाइए जापान में देखिए. PayPay is Paytm's technology. And then we have, can we say Soundbox is for small merchant and this is all-in-one card for large merchant? Small can also take it, no problem. Anonymous attendee is saying, VS is proud of you and team. Paytm to the moon, just behind Chandrayaan 3. Where do you see share price going after this? Thank you. Chandrayaan, Vikram, Pragyan. They are inspiring for all of us. Is this completely made in India? What is manufacturing cost? This is completely made in India. The manufacturing cost से फर्क क्या पड़ता है जब इतना सस्ता वाला दे रहे हैं? So 1,000 one time fee or on a separate subscription fee. So we told you just now 1,000 one time या फिर 99 rupees a month subscription. This is Anjali's question. When will the keypad device be launched? It is there, it's baking right now at few places coming in, so that's there. Janil is saying, when UPI and credit card starts for Visa, Amex, MasterCard, will the need to device reduce? Like I told you a few minutes back, I believe that it exists. How will the merchant upgrade to new Soundbox? What will happen to the old device? Oh, anybody who wants to upgrade, Paytm app allows you to upgrade on the app. Upgrade करो, हम आपको नई device
There is a free upgrade.
पुरानी device हम उठा के दे देंगे. So you don't need to bother about that. What happens to what? You take it, you use it. That's what it is, Punita. Are these exclusive for your partners, Visa, Master, Amex, or the 3-type arrival such devices? मतलब हमारे partner card के network जो इस देश में सारे हैं, रुपए भी है, और सबके लिए चलता है. इसमें सबके साथ काम करने के लिए. How will Akash is asking, how will we stop cannibalizing of our own existing Soundbox EDC machine with this launch? Oh, we challenge our own businesses by ourselves and somebody else's businesses by that. But idea is that we make our own product take the next product's requirement of the market. So it is part of our plan. Next, is it 999 for the Soundbox or 1000? Clarification exact number. 999.
999 रुपए, 999 rupees. 1000 रुपए में 1 रुपए कम.
1 रुपए. Naveen is asking, free upgrade available for existing Soundbox?
Yes.
Select yes. DJ. Using card to provide some discount, but using on petrol bunks based on individual plan usage. Does that apply when card use shop? So, bilkul. जो card schemes हैं, all card schemes apply the same. Someone is saying, can we add money to card through this device? No, it is a payment device, so not that. Well, actually, मैं 96 question. Thank you everyone.
Lot of queries.
Thank you everyone. All questions.
एक क्वेश्चन मेरी तरफ से है.
हाँ बताइए.
आप कैसे कर लेते हैं?
क्या चीज? डिवाइस लॉन्च?
नहीं, क्वेश्चन का आंसर.
मैंने थोड़े करे आपने करे.
No, but really, so what? So I think we all know your passion about payments, and it'll be nice to understand that to be able to take the leap of faith as to the India needs this kind of a product and be working, etc. What is your vision that keeps propelling you to do this thing?
The small shop of this country deserves the best of technology and best of financial services. Absolutely that. If India has to become the 5 trillion economy, the small shopkeeper has to be celebrated, supported, and looked at.
So the question also comes across in our mind, and I know a lot of friends or teammates ask, why not they just import from China? Right? Like when we make in India, we expand and grow India. And when we take something made by someone else, then we grow that country, not our country. It has to be made in India. It has to be made for India. It has to be made by. True.
Oh, very true.
Thank you so much. So many of you joining us together. Still, we can see hundreds of you out there. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure again seeing you. We get you on the next Paytm Live. And till that.
Which could be on the consumer side.
Which could be on consumer side. This time on consumer. See you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.